We had another case for a woman who was on her way to work early in the morning. She worked as a bus matron, and it was about 5:30 in the morning. It was still dark out, and she was walking to the driveway, or the parking lot rather, where all the buses were parked. And as she was walking, she tripped and fell on a defective sidewalk. We did some investigation, and it turned out that the sidewalk where the incident took place was actually owned and maintained by the City of New York. There was some contention on that in the case because she actually fell right next to a Long Island Railroad service station, and right just past being underneath Long Island Railroad tracks. So we sued both the City of New York and the Long Island Railroad. During the discovery of the case, it turned out that it was actually the City of New York that was responsible for the location. We also discovered during the course of the case that the City of New York actually was notified that that portion of the sidewalk was defective. They actually sent a contractor that they hired to fix that portion of the sidewalk, and the contractor did go there and did fix that sidewalk in that area. A large area was fixed, but for whatever reason, there was one or two squares that they did not fix, and that is exactly where my client fell. And we argued that if the city was responsible for the sidewalk, which they were, and if they knew about the defect, which we were able to prove that they were, and they sent somebody there to fix the defect, which they did, then they should have fixed the whole area and not just most of the area. Ultimately, that argument prevailed with the City of New York, and just before trial, we were able to settle that case for $200,000. In that case, my client suffered an injury of the wrist, which required surgery, and it was our contention that there was a permanent damage to the wrist, that she would have some limitation of the wrist going forward. She only missed a small time from work. She was able to go back to work after just a couple of weeks, but nevertheless, the injury required surgery. There was some damage to the nerves in the wrist, and that case resolved also probably about 1 or 2 months ago. And that incident also took place in Queens County.